Hello everyone, it's Ian from IMCampervans. There's been a longer break than normal between videos on the Boxer conversion. That's mainly due to the Boxer went into the garage for a timing belt change and a water pump change, and it needed some extra parts and they took a few days to come in. And also we've been working on a Ducato and working on a Volkswagen Caddy Maxi, and we were also servicing both of those vans. So now we're back on the Boxer conversion. The timing belt's been done, the water pump's been changed, had a couple of extra pulleys added, or replacement pulleys, and we're back on the Boxer conversion now. In between doing jobs in the other vans, in the Ducato and in the Caddy Maxi, whilst the Boxer was in the garage, I built the seat bases because I could obviously do that in the patio without the van being there. So I'd pre-measured them, I'd had the design in Vanspace 3D, so I built them ready for when the Boxer come back, we could get them installed. And this is how they turned out. It's pretty much just a cube. I've got the four sides joined together with pocket holes in the screws. I've not used pocket holes very much, but it's turning out to be a really strong way of building things, so far so good. And this is a seat base located in the van, the one against the fixed bed, and I'm just checking. I've made like a top for it and I've made a front for it because I'm going to have interlocking fingers that can pull out, and the two seat bases will convert to a single bed. Doubt it's something that will be used very often to the fixed double bed, but it's there should it be needed. So I cut out the interlocking finger arrangement with a jigsaw on the top, and I then joined that to what will be the vertical part of the bed that pulls out. Just did that way with pocket hole screws, and this is just checking the alignment of it. It needed a little more sanding just to allow it to slide in more easily, but other than that we were good to go. I repeated the same in the other seat base, the one that will go against basically the passenger seat where the bulkhead used to be. And then Wendy was just doing a double check in the measurements for the cushions, or the foam material she'd ordered to make the cushions. And she just came back and said to me that they were too long. And of course I had to double check because I was a bit surprised by that, but she was right. What I hadn't taken into account was the thickness of the vertical board at the front of it that would pull out. So it was 12mm too long. So that meant some of it had to come apart, and I had to actually take 12mm off the length from both of the seat bases. So as I said, about the seat bases when the Boxer was in the garage, and I'd done that from the dimensions in the Vanspace 3D design. So it worked out well, it's sturdy, happy with it. I thought it was a good fit, and the one against the fixed bed is. But what I then found was, I forgot about this part. There's like look how well you can see that. So there's like a step here, like a right angle, just in the pillar. So I want this seat base to go as far back to here as it can, and obviously it can't do that because that gets in the way. It's just an oversight because the van wasn't here and I couldn't physically check it. So what I'm going to do is take a notch out of here, and then that means the seat base can push right back to where I want it, effectively to where the bulkhead used to be. So in order to do that, I've had to pull the carpet back off, cut this off to give me a bit more height. This part here I had to trim back because it overhung, and this was actually part of that there, so I've trimmed that off. So a wee bit of extra work, and then I've built this, sorry for the camera work, I built that which fits quite nicely in there, and that's basically that is my template to check everything fits. That's how I want it to be. So now I'm going to take that and I'm going to basically chop this corner off and fit that in, and then that will be the notch in the seat base. So that's the plan to do that. This ended up more work than I expected. So there's the notch on the left hand side, and this is trimmed back. I thought it was just about there, and then I forgot about the cover for the middle seat belt. So I had to take a notch out of that as well, which initially concerned me. I was weakening the structure, but it actually seems pretty solid. So, but that's taken a lot of work, but we're there now. So this is it with the seat bases closed, and this is it with the seat bases pulled out to make that single bed. So I've still got a little bit to do. I need to add like a retainer strap that stops the bed pulling it all the way. So that's to be done on each side. And I want the top of the seat base to be hinged so that it can lift for storage. And looking from the double bed, you can see the single bed and part of the kitchen as well, and the shower. That's it for this video. I hope you found that useful. If you'd like to see more content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.